Hi guys, welcome to Luis Cisneros YouTube channel, and today's Polymer Clay tutorial is about how to make a deer pin.
Hi guys, I'm sorry, I'm really tired. I had a really long day, but I finally it's done. So I want to show you how it looks on. And this is just in a dress shirt, how it would look like if you put it instead of a tie. If you want to put it just on the side, you can do that. Just be aware if you put it this high, you can look down. But I will be fine, you know. And also I want to show you how it looks on the side. So you can see this is how you look your pin. I hope you like this video tutorial and I hope you enjoy this piece.
So this is a material that we're gonna require. We need needles and we need like sculpey, and I choose white. We're gonna need also wire. We're gonna need the proportional chart. You can download this on my website just to know the size and the proportions, foil, and sculpting tools. We're gonna create a small sphere of foil, and this one based on the proportional chart, the deer's face, it has to be smaller. We will insert the needle and leaving the sphere just on the top where the head is of the needle. I cut a piece of wire that is 6 inches long, and as you can see I grab the sphere and then I measure against the proportional chart and I create the silhouette of the horn just to make sure that it's long enough. Then I cut another piece of wire exactly the same size and I do the same. I just grab the sphere with the wire and I position the wire where my horns are going to be. After the wire is secured into the sphere, I position the wire into the shape of the horn just in the front view. Then I go to the side view just to make sure that I have the correct position, and then I start shaping into the deer's horn. After I have one shape on one side, I do exactly the same on the other side just to make sure that they are identical. I put them in the same position. Now we're gonna cover our armature with clay. We create a sphere where our face is going to be, and for the neck we add clay in the shape of a triangle just at the bottom back and then on the front. We integrate it all together, and for the mouth we're gonna create a cube that it gets bigger just where it gets to the face. Now with the needle tool we draw the line where the mouth is going to be, and with the dotting tool we start creating the jawbone. So mark really precise the jaw and the cheek. Follow the proportional chart from the side views, and that way you know where the muscles of the face are and where is our eye. So we first draw with the dotting tool, and as we press hard and with our fingers we start to smooth the surface, and we go back with the dotting tool and exaggerate those marks that we already created, so that way we know where start to sculpt those muscles. And make sure also to create the volume of where the eye is going to be, so we create the eye. The cheek also is really important because it's one of the pieces that really stand out, so try to also use your fingers to create this volume when you need it and to smooth those marks. And compare with the front view just to know where all the muscles from the front are, and also the front head too, and use again the dotting tool just to exaggerate those. You can use your fingers if you press so much to again smooth. We're gonna now start working on the neck part, and this is really important because also defines the jaw and defines how thin the neck goes just to the bottom when close to the needle. And try to start texturizing too. After finishing with the forehead, what we're gonna do is just the other side, and we repeat the steps, just drawing the neck and then the muscles on the face, the eye, and the forehead. Start working in the mouth, so we're gonna start sculpting the nose and the lower lip and the neck just close to the mouth. So try to create those muscles that are in the neck has, so you can distinguish between the lip and the neck. You can see from the bottom view, you will see the neck, it has a really defined line and it gets really thin closer to the mouth, and then it starts growing closer to the bottom part of the neck. So when it gets really close to the face, it's really thin, and that's what we try to create. Then and the cheeks get bigger, and try to do that especially when it close to the neck, and remember to keep the shape of a V, because in that way when you see it compared to the front view, you have that. Incorporate an arc on the top of the eye, so we use extra clay in a shape of a cone, and then we enlarge it. The small part, it goes to the front and the bigger part goes to the back. We incorporate it with the dotting tool, so that way we create that extra volume that we need. We're gonna start making the antlers, and this is the first time that I know this word. Usually I call them horns, but anyways, we're gonna start making the base, and I just start with a cylinder, and then I cover the wire, incorporate it into the head. And I use the dotting tool and the flat tool just to help me. Then I add another cylinder just to cover the entire wire, and I use my fingers just to make sure that I don't leave any wire exposed. Just to make sure that the further we go to the end, it gets thinner. Then just we add the last piece and try to press really hard to really stick to the wire. Now we make the other side exactly the same. Just try to make sure that at the end it's really thin and it looks exactly the same as the other side. We're gonna start adding the branches, and for this we created cones that then we add in one side to the other. Just remember, they have to be two identical for each side. Use the dotting tool just to incorporate the branches and texturize. I use the needle tool just to reach those places that are hard to reach. It's where you can get creative, and you can add as many branches as you like. Just to remember, it has to be symmetrical. As you can see, I added 5 branches, and 2 of them they have double antler tines. We're gonna make the ear, and for this we need a tear-shaped clay, and then we flat, and then with the round part we fold it, and this is how we create 2 of them. And just to put them in the same location, we follow the proportional chart. Just make sure that you make symmetrical your ear, and just again try to follow the proportional chart. Also give them a little bit of movement, so you don't want them to look stiff. You can move them a little bit up or a little bit to the side, so you can customize. And to make that really sure that we incorporate it, use the needle tool, especially between the antler and the ear is really hard to get. We're gonna start sculpting the nose and give it a more detail to the face. We use the needle tool just to create the triangular nose. And just in the middle has that deep, and also to create the cavities. The same with the mouth. We start texturizing the lips, and just make sure that you give a little bit of movement to the mouth so this looks more realistic. Then we're gonna start texturizing the rest of the face, and just make sure that here, if you didn't like any part, or if you would like to exaggerate even more the muscles, you can do that with the needle tool. The same with the eye. Try to draw the eye and the eyelid, so that way it looks more realistic. If not, if you don't want to be so much into detail, you can just leave it as it is. But I totally recommend it to do this, and that way it looks more detailed and that it has more work. Again, we're gonna start doing also the texture of the hair in the face, so try to exaggerate those lines too. And don't forget also to texturize the ears inside outside. And also we're gonna texturize the antlers, and for these we exaggerate those lines that we left with the dotting tool. Last piece is gonna be to secure the pin, and this is gonna be in the form of a cone. We flatten on the back and then we texturize and we create some hairlines. And don't forget also to create the hole where the pinning will go. Thank you so much for watching the series Accessories. If you would like to share your deer, send a link of your videos or pictures. If you have any comments or suggestions, post them below the video. Don't miss the next episode, how to sculpt a squid ring. And if you'd like to support this channel, don't forget to subscribe.